Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today I'm going to be answering a question I get legitimately every single day, and that is, UCD, should I come back to Combat Arms? Now my first response is just download the game and try it again. If you don't like it, then uninstall it. But if you don't want to go through the effort of downloading the game again, well, listen to this. The core gameplay of Combat Arms has not changed. If you attracted the CA just because you could go and run around with a submachine gun, or you could run around with a sniper rifle, you can still go and do that. Nothing about the core gameplay has really changed. Moving on to the maps and modes, yes, Nexon has gone and introduced new stuff, but the majority of people just go and play Elimination on Junk Fleet, on Death Room, on Oil Rig, or something along those lines. So people really don't care about that too much, especially if they're returning plays. Combat Arms had one of the biggest arsenals back in its heyday, and it's been expanded even more. Yes, there is still overpowered NX rare and epic weapons, but the fact that every single NX standard weapon, well, the majority of NX standard weapons can be hired for GP is absolutely fantastic, and it really isn't an excuse nowadays for you to go bad just because you're blaming your weapon, besides from like a Max's R870 or something along those lines, some really overpowered guns like that. Is there any hackers? I haven't seen a hacker in months, so I'm going to say straight out, no, it's been a very, very long time. Is there lag? Now, in terms of FPS lag, I'd say it has been optimized quite well. The game runs really well on my computer, even though it is a little bit overkill for CA. The only lag I get is really in Cabin Fever when people are using flamethrowers. But internet lag, ping, very, very significant. With the merge, the majority of players have to go and play on the European servers, the global servers, because North American server is basically dead. So saying that the ping is significant, and if you're used to a really nice 70-something ping, and you're an Australian player, like if you're a North American player, if you're a Canadian player, if you're New Zealand, whatever, if you're not European, the lag is going to hit you very hard, and it takes a long, long time. Like that example right there, see how many bullets I put into him, but none of them registered, and it was like a 7 to 8 shot kill instead of a 4 to 5. I've just gotten used to it, but coming back as an old player, especially if you're playing games like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, like there's another great example of lag. The guy died behind the wall when I put the last shot into him. If you're used to a really good ping, you won't get used to CA's ping. I've been playing this game for so long now, I've just gotten used to the shitty ping, and I've just learned to play with it, and it really doesn't affect me anymore. Yes, there is cases where I get extremely frustrated, but that is really part of the game. But saying that, if you enjoyed this game back in 2012, back in 2010, just try it. Because I think if this was a Combat Arms that was released to the public in 2012, 2010, whatever, where the peak of the player base was, then I think this game would be really successful. The main thing, there's no hackers anymore. The reason people quit was the hackers, and there's no more hackers. That is a really, really big thing. But saying all of this, if you want a game like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which is extremely well-rounded, the game is much, much, much better than Combat Arms would ever be. The graphics are amazing, the gameplay is amazing, the maps, the modes, everything is fantastic. It's much more competitive. If you want an experience like that, then don't come back to CA, because you're not going to get it. But if you want a casual environment in an extremely fast-paced first-person shooter, which is fun in different ways, then I definitely suggest just to have a try of Combat Arms, because it's so different to what the norm of a first-person shooter is nowadays. So I think it might be a breath of fresh air to people that haven't played the game for quite a long time. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, out.